This is IBM Museum, and behind me on the bench is another piece of networking gear that I need to get working with. And I picked this up about a year ago. This is an IBM Nways 2210-24M. And what all that nomenclature means is that it's a bridge unit between token ring and Ethernet. On the front of it, it has the ports for both token ring and for the Ethernet, including the AUI. I mean, you notice that this is a 10 base T connection, a 10 base 5 connection here for the AUI, and then both styles of the token ring connection, the later unshielded twisted pair that you could cable with, and the DB9 that was relatively standard for the token ring. And of course, this is both 16 megabit and 4 megabit. You can set your ring up for the speeds of token ring. You either had a 16 megabit or a 4 megabit ring that the stations were connected to, and that ran relatively good against the 100 megabit per second Ethernet of the time. And it was only the lower cost of Ethernet and the fact that token ring needed a controller on board the adapter, making it more expensive, that really won out in the end. And a good page on this is actually up at, I need to go through and study this content a little bit more. I'm going to go through and I'll hide my webcam just as I go through, and I can kind of scroll through the page a little bit here just to kind of show. It's got quite a few manuals that are scanned in. I didn't see those at Bit Savers, but I'll go through and I'll link in this page so that stuff can be looked over as well. And there were other 2210 models, but this is the -24M model in particular that makes it the token ring and Ethernet bridge, or it can be set up that way. And there's some details on that on the page. As I just pointed out, the ports. And then there is the manuals that are available for this. And I'll have to study those over and just as a little bit of a setup. And I think it has actually a the port that's furthest there on the left in this view is a console port, I think, but I'll have to go through and identify that a little bit further. So, and I've got a going through, I can show the back of this unit as well. And let's even see what the kind of camcorder view is. Pretty good. Might be a little bit dark. Let's keep on this the webcam I have positioned in front of the unit just to kind of show that a little bit more. So then on the back, all there is the indicator lights like that for the ports that are on the front. So you could maybe even have this mounted the other way around in like a two-post rack but it does have all the connections on what is probably regarded as the front of the unit, with all those ports. And I think I have a relatively complete unit. It doesn't have, we'll have to look through the manuals and kind of see how these expansion bays are set up for particular adapters. And maybe I can tile that in, and it'll be touching on a little bit of the token ring networking concepts as well, trying to work with that. And there may be some alternatives otherwise that are coming up for the bridge between token ring and Ethernet. And at a later point, I'll even get talking about that unit that I have back behind on top of my 8275. But that's a good all-around view of the 2110-24M. People can go through and read those manuals and maybe get even a little bit more caught up than I am on the features to this unit, ahead of me going through and trying to get it running. So if you enjoyed this content, click on that like button, please, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. But that's all I have for now. This is IBM Museum. Thank you.